no use. I'm so tired that none of this is registering.
Is there a problem, lad?
Hello, sir. I was just trying to get through this book.
Reading at this late hour, are you? I admire your determination. What are you studying?
Medicine.
You look tired. It must be hard to focus so late at night.
I know I haven't gotten much sleep, but there's just so much to memorize.
Battles by day, studies by night. The candle that burns at both ends doesn't last long, lad. You'll wear out your own body long before you learn to care for anyone else's.
I know you're right. It's just...
You'd be better served closing those books for now and giving yourself a change of pace.
But I still have so much to learn.
Books are wonderful teachers, lad, but there are lessons they can't impart. It might be time you looked somewhere else to learn a thing or two. Do that, and you might find that you'll get more out of your books when you return to them.
You really think that's true?
I do indeed. Give me a few days, and I'll see about setting up a lesson for you. Here we are, Jean. Your new classroom.
A meadow? Why are we here? I don't see anyone who could teach me anything.
Look harder, then.
Where?
The flowers blooming all around us. They'll be your teachers for today.
You're kidding, right, sir?
Oh, not at all. I'm very serious. You've exhausted yourself, lad, both physically and mentally. Nothing you could read in a book right now will teach you as much as these flowers can. Humor me and take a seat at my side.
Okay, if you say so.
Now lie back slowly and look up at the sky. Then take a long, deep breath.
Okay. Like that?
My goodness, do you hear that? The flowers are whispering to you.
They are? I don't hear anything.
Try relaxing your shoulders more and turning your ears toward them.
I still don't hear anything. They smell good, though. And there's a nice breeze in the air.
Is that so? Then maybe you should take it all in more fully.
I'll do just that.
Asleep at last. And about time, too.
Sir, I'm sorry I was so rude last time. I didn't mean to fall asleep in the middle of a lesson.
You have nothing to apologize for. Getting you some rest was the whole point. Although there was a lesson to be learned there from the flowers.
There was?
Don't be in such a hurry that you neglect to take rests. You'll miss the forest for the trees.
Oh, I admit, I did have an easier time concentrating on that book once I got home from the meadow.
Aha! Glad to hear it.
Sir, would you do me the honor of taking me on as a student?
Who? Me?
I learned a lot from that lesson. I need more than books. It would be better if I had a whole range of knowledge and expertise. That's the kind of thing a master sage like you could offer.
A master sage, huh?
Should I not call you that?
No, the title is fine. It's just, I have a lot to teach, and I'm getting on in years. I might end before my curriculum does.
I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm still learning, but as your doctor, I'll see to it that you stay in good health.
So that's the deal, huh? Well played, well played. I accept then. From now on, consider yourself my student.
Thank you, sir. I'll make you proud.
I must thank you, Jean.
Princess Celine, what are you thanking me for?
The tea produced in your hometown is far and away my favorite. There is joy in each and every sip, so I thought it appropriate to thank you.
Ah, in that case, I should thank you too. My mother will be over the moon to find out you like it so much.
Your mother?
She works at a tea shop back home. You've probably had tea brewed from leaves that my mother processed.
I see. Do pass on my thanks then.
I will. Praise from your highness would be the pride of a lifetime for my mother.
Would you like to join me for tea sometime? We can brew some tea leaves from your home and drink to your mother's health.
Oh, I've done nothing to deserve such an invitation, but I'm grateful anyway. I'll be looking forward to it.
As shall I. You'll be hearing from me. Hello, Jean.
Hello, Princess Celine.
Oh, is that a medical text? I'm not interrupting your studies, I hope.
Don't worry about it. I'm just reading up so I can be a good doctor.
How exemplary. Perhaps another day then.
Oh, you mean for that tea time?
Yes, a batch of tea from your home arrived, so I wondered if today would suit you. But your studies are more important.
I'm very sorry, but thanks for thinking of me.
Tea time is postponed, not cancelled, dear. Our anticipation shall make it all the sweeter.
My hometown's tea must really be amazing.
You're just realizing this now? The tea grown in your hometown is nonpareil, I assure you.
Gosh.
Have you never considered a future in tea? Taking up your mother's trade, so to speak.
Not really. I like tea, but it can't save lives.
It can't save lives?
Princess Celine?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. You have studying to do. I shall take my leave and my leaves.
Well, thank you. I was just at a really fascinating part of this text.
Be diligent, but don't push yourself beyond your limits.
It's just not sinking in.
Hello, Jean. You appear to be hard at work with your studies.
Princess Celine, I've read this chapter over and over, and I'm just not getting it. My brain is too tired.
I know what you need. Here.
Is that smell my hometown tea?
It is indeed. I saw you struggling with your studies and judged that you were in need of a break.
Wow. Thanks, Princess Celine. This smell. It's so relaxing. It reminds me a lot of home.
Now, Jean, you mentioned once that you didn't believe tea could save lives. But I say to you that your hometown tea has saved me too many times to count.
Tea saved you?
When things aren't going well and I'm in low spirits, that's a sign that it's tea time. A hot cup of tea in these situations does much to lift my mood. Things tend to go better afterward, even if it's only because I've cleared my head. When the problems I'm dealing with are severe, is it an exaggeration to say that tea saves me?
No, I suppose it isn't. In fact, my own spirits feel pretty lifted now. Thank you, Princess Celine. I learned something valuable today, and it wasn't from this book. I guess, medically speaking, I can't count out the healing power of tea. Sorry about that.
You have nothing to apologize for. I'm relieved to hear your mood has improved.
When I get home and see my mother, I'm going to tell her that our tea is the best in the world.
If she doubts you, I shall visit in person to inform her that her tea always brings me joy.
Actually, if it's okay with your highness, could we have our tea time now? Drinking tea alone's no fun. And besides, I want to talk to your highness a little more. I'll get right back to studying when we're done, of course.
Nothing would make me happier. To be honest, I was in the mood for some tea as well. I apologize for speaking out of turn. Well then, shall we retire to the tea room? There's so much more about tea to discuss.
Lead the way. Wow, that's pretty swollen. This is definitely some sort of insect sting.
Well, like 10 plants on the side. Probably got stung while I was in the garden.
I can give you some herbs to reduce the swelling. Take care not to touch the wound.
I'm sure there's no need for that. Save your herbs for someone who could really use them.
It doesn't work like that. We don't know what kind of insect stung you. If you leave it untreated, it might get serious.
I see. Forgive me. I suppose you would be more knowledgeable about such things.
It's all right. Now you know. Just let me apply the dressing like so, and all done. Nothing to worry about now. Just leave it be, even if it starts to itch.
Understood. I'll try not to touch it. Please, take this. A small token of thanks.
Wow, what's this pretty flower?
Some chamomile from my garden. It has a nice soothing aroma, don't you think?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You ought to come visit my garden sometime. I think you'd like it there.
How's that insect sting healing, Bunet?
The swelling has stopped. All thanks to those herbs of yours, no doubt. Somehow I resisted the urge to taste them.
A good patient is patient. Everything looks fine where you were stung. That's a relief.
Thank you, Jean.
Oh, this reminds me. I wanted to ask you about something.
What's that?
Remember the chamomile you gave me? I looked into it, and it has medicinal uses. It's a painkiller and can sometimes reduce inflammation. Do you maybe have more?
Interesting. Well, there's not much of it, but what I do have I will gladly give you.
Thank you. Even a little will help.
It makes me happy to know that my little flowers will help people feel better. Though, I must say, I'll be sorry to see them leave home after all my careful tending.
Don't worry, Bunet. I won't let a single flower go to waste. You did me a big favor the other day. I put that flower you gave me to good use, and it helped in treating a lot of our people.
Good. I'm sure those little blooms of mine were happy to help.
Here, this is something in return.
Flower seeds.
You seem to care a lot about the flower you gave me. So I thought it must have made you sad to see the space where it used to grow. This probably isn't much of a replacement, but it's something to fill the space.
How thoughtful. I will make sure to give these seeds a loving, supportive home.
It's the least I can do for the help you gave me. Well, I think that's all, so...
Jean, wait.
Yes?
Are there any other flowers with medicinal uses that I could grow for you? Sometimes I'm sad to see my beautiful flowers being plucked, but not when they help people. I want to contribute however I can.
That's really nice of you, Bunet. It means a lot that you're willing to pitch in. I'm going to do my part too, of course. I won't leave it all to you.
Wonderful. I'm sure my flowers will appreciate having another caretaker around.
Probably so. Keep up the good work, and try not to get stung again.
No need to tell me twice. I could hardly sleep with those tantalizing herbs on me.
Hello, Jean. You are an aspiring doctor, yes? Would you come here a moment?
Huh? Yes, I'm studying to be a doctor. Why?
You seem uneasy. Have I startled you? If so, please accept my apology. The last thing I would ever wish to do is impart fear. Shall I try starting over and greeting you again? Would it help if I sat down?
No, that's okay.
Very well. Then please come here a moment. I would like to get your opinion.
My opinion on what?
These medicines I've made. Look here. I call this one the Azure Elixir.
Azure Elixir? What does it do?
It settles painful pounding within the skull, provides the tranquility of an azure sky.
Oh, so it's a headache remedy.
Indeed. And this is the Crimson Tincture. Apply it to end the red fury of damaged skin.
In other words, an ointment. Azure Elixir and Crimson Tincture, huh? That all sounds kind of pretentious.
What was that? I did not hear you.
Nothing, just talking to myself. These are amazing, though. You did good work here. You must be a skilled doctor.
I learned the techniques from my mother. who was a trained physician. In any case, if these are satisfactory, then I would like to leave them with you.
Thank you very much for the medicine, Zelkov. You're an unexpectedly good person. Thanks again for the medicine. It's helped a lot of people. They were all really grateful.
I am pleased to hear that. My mother deserves the gratitude since these were her recipes.
Where is your mother? I'd like to thank her personally.
That is not possible, I'm afraid. She has been deceased for more than a decade.
Oh, I didn't realize. I'm sorry to bring it up.
Do not trouble yourself. To care for a wretch like me took kindness above and beyond the usual standard. The light of her love had the power to cut through my darkest day. What is it?
What you said reminds me of my own mother. She's a lot like yours. She always doted on me and made sure I knew I was loved.
Have you lost a mother as well?
Oh no, she's still alive. Her hips are troubling her these days, though. I haven't been able to see her lately.
It must be difficult to be away from her.
Uh-huh. It's her birthday soon, and I don't know what I'll do this year. We always celebrate birthdays together, but this time it looks like we'll be apart.
Perhaps you could write her a letter.
Huh. Wonderful idea. Why didn't it occur to me? Thank you, Zelkov.
No thanks needed. To see a child happy is sufficient recompense for me.
So, I wrote a letter to my mother after we last spoke. I was thinking of sending it today, but I was hoping to run it by you first.
Certainly. No trouble at all.
Thank you. Okay, here goes. Dear Mother, happy birthday. I hope the day finds you well. Things are fine here. I did meet quite a mysterious fellow recently.
What? Who is this mysterious person?
The first time he talked to me, my knees began to shake as soon as he said, "Come here." He smiled thinly as he approached, talking about how he didn't want to scare me. Well, I thought, it's been a good life.
Oh, you are talking about me.
But then I found out he's actually a very kind man. He's the whole reason I'm writing this letter to you. You always said, don't judge a person before getting to know them. And you were right. Now that I'm living far from you, I realize how right you were about a lot of things. I'm glad you're my mother. I hope you stay healthy for a long, long time. I'll be home for your birthday next year, I promise. Give my love to Father, your son, Jean. And that's all. Not too weird for a birthday letter, is it?
Of course not. I think it is absolutely fitting. I am surprised to be a subject in it, but I cannot say that I mind leaving an impression. Please, send this along to her as well. I call it the obsidian oil.
Obsidian this time?
It is absorbed through the skin. It should soothe your mother's ailing hips.
Thank you, Zelkov, for this and for everything else you gave me.
You can thank me by taking good care of her. I never had the opportunity to show my parents gratitude. I regret that every single day. Do not make the same mistake I did. Let them see how much you care while they are still here.
I will, Zelkov. I'll be a good son for both of us.
I appreciate it.
And more than that, I'll be a good friend for you too. I hope you'll come find me the next time you're making medicine.
That means a great deal to me. I mean to say, I will gladly accept your offer. Thank you, Jean.
Hello, Jean.
Ah, Jade!
Sorry, did I startle you? You look so scared.
Not at all. My heart is beating the normal amount. So, if you don't need me for anything, I'll just be going now.
You are scared. Is it me? Am I frightening you somehow? I'm not trying to be scary.
I'm not scared, really. I just have a hard time around you.
Around me?
Yes. Monsters I can deal with. Cramped spaces, the dark, bugs, wild animals. None of that stuff is scary to me. You, on the other hand,
What are you getting at, Jean?
people like you, it's hard for me to... I'm sorry.
There he goes. I wonder what he meant by people like you.
Jade, I'm really sorry about before.
For saying that it's hard to be near me? Don't worry, Jean. No apology necessary. But I would like an explanation. Why do you have a hard time around people like me? What does that mean?
Well, people say that you're cold, almost inhuman on the battlefield.
I suppose that's not always untrue.
Then is it true that you never hesitate to rush right into battle?
Ah, guilty as charged. Thank you. That's all I needed to hear. I understand now.
You do?
You were living a relatively peaceful life until you joined our ranks, right? I can see why soldiers with bloody pasts and bloodier weapons might make you anxious.
Wait, no, that's not what I...
It's okay, Jean. I'm not judging you. I really do understand. I'll give you some space. Sorry again for causing discomfort.
Jade, wait! Jade!
Yes, Jean?
You had it all wrong. I'm not scared of you.
But you said it was hard to be around me.
I did, but I wasn't finished. I know that the reason you rush into battle isn't because you're bloodthirsty. It's to protect us. But either way, it always puts you on the front lines. So when it's over, you come home hurt worse than anyone else. Am I right?
Oh,
I worry about you. I get so worried sometimes, I can hardly stand it.
oh, Jean.
People who throw themselves into combat like you don't tend to live very long. That's what makes you hard to be around. The idea that one day you might not be there. But I think I've gotten over that. However injured you get, I can always heal you. You fight so hard to protect me, so I should do my part to keep you alive too.
That's very noble of you.
I'm really sorry for the way I acted before. From now on,
we'll fight side by side, as allies and friends.
yes, that's exactly right, Jade. I'm really glad we've got that straightened out. Oh, dash it all. Face it, Jean, you're lost. It'll cause a fuss if I don't get back soon.
Jean, is everything all right?
Oh, hello, Clan.
Were you crying? Did something happen?
I wasn't crying. I was just a bit anxious from losing my way, that's all. Our forces are getting hurt quite a lot lately. I came here to forage for healing herbs.
Oh, really? That's very helpful of you.
I found the herbs I needed, but then I got caught up in my work. And the next thing I know...
You got lost.
What about you, Clan? Why are you here?
I'm here for herbs too. The kind I need to make pickles.
Oh, so, do you know the way back?
Oh, yes. I come here a lot, so I can help you get back safely.
That would be very kind of you.
You have to pay close attention to your surroundings when going into the forest alone.
You're right, of course. I'll be more careful next time.
Good thing I happened to run into you, huh? Let's go home.
Thank you, Clan. Say, Clan, do you remember how you helped me when I got lost gathering herbs?
Mm-hmm.
As luck would have it, I found a use for them when I met a wounded child near our last battle. Treatment was simple with the herbs I'd collected.
Well, that's great news.
I hate to think what would have become of the poor child if I'd stayed lost in that forest. You helped them as much as I did, Clan, so thank you for that.
Oh, I didn't do much. I just gave you directions.
But your help then rippled outward. The child was from a poor family. I don't think a visit to the doctor was in the cards. If I hadn't come along with those herbs, the wound might have gone septic.
Yeesh.
I may have sniffled a bit, but I didn't really think getting lost was that big a deal. But when a doctor is waylaid, lives could hang in the balance. Every second counts. I really must be more careful.
Jean, I'm not saying you're wrong, but don't beat yourself up too much. Everybody has bad days. But if you ask yourself, how did I get myself into this? You can prevent it next time. Though I always seem to make the same mistakes as the steward of the dragon.
Mistakes? You? I can't picture it. You always seem so sure of yourself.
Oh, not at all. I'm still just an apprentice. There are so many people older than me here that I'm glad to have someone closer to my age. Oh, no. Did I say something wrong?
No. I'm happy to hear that. I always thought I was a burden to people, so I'm glad to hear someone is happy to have me around.
I don't think it's as bad as you fear.
You wait and see, Clan. I'm going to be just as good as you someday.
Ow!
Clan, are you okay?
I'm fine. I just fell and got a scrape.
Even a minor scratch could get infected if left untreated. Show me, and I can treat it for you right here.
All right.
It's bleeding a bit. I can fix that.
Yeesh, that stings.
Don't worry, I'm finished already. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Thank you.
No need for thanks. It's the least I could do to repay you.
Huh? For what?
One thing you said to me last time stuck. About learning from your mistakes so you don't go repeating them.
That does ring a bell.
It was such genuine advice. Like something I'd hear from my family back home.
Thanks, Jean.
You know I come from an island in Firenze. This place is nice, but it doesn't feel like home. But what you said helped to change that.
If you miss your family, Jean, you can think of me as an older brother. I might still slip up on occasion, and I have a lot of growing left to do, but...
There's nothing wrong with that. If I had a big brother like you, there's nothing I would fear.
I'd be happy to help.
It's nearly dinner time. How's that scratch? Do you need help walking?
It's feeling a lot better now. Your treatment did the trick.
Maybe you should lean on me anyway. Isn't that what family is for? Excuse me, Chloe.
Well, hello, Jean. Did you need help with something?
Not exactly. In fact, I thought maybe I could help you.
With what?
I'd like you to have this stomach medicine.
Oh my! Thank you. But my stomach's not upset. Why did you think I needed medicine for it?
Well, you eat so much weird stuff. It's only a matter of time before it disagrees with you.
Are you worried all the folk food I eat won't sit well with me? Don't you worry about that. I've got an iron stomach.
Still in all, it's good to be prepared. Just the other day, I saw you stuffing yourself with what looked like weird eyeballs. Whatever that was, there's no way it can be healthy for you.
Maybe, but they're so good. I'll save some for you next time, as thanks for the medicine.
What? That's okay. Your thanks are enough. Anyway, be careful. It scares me to think of what you're putting in your body.
Sure, I'll be careful. Thanks for looking out for me, Jean. Hey, Jean, would these herbs be useful?
Definitely. You have a good eye for this, Chloe. I can use those to relieve fevers.
Oh, that's good, because I see a lot more growing just over there.
Thanks for your help. Go ahead and pick a few more than usual. It's been really nice having you out here with me.
Well, your medicine has been a big help for all of us, so I'm happy to return the favor.
Still, it's very kind of you. Just be careful, okay? This part of the forest can get pretty dark in places.
Huh, you're right. This is just the kind of forest that feels like it could be... haunted.
Haunted?
Are you scared of ghosts, John?
No, the idea of ghosts doesn't frighten me.
Most children would say that just to sound brave, but You mean it, don't you?
A ghost can't really do anything to you. No, what's much scarier to me is illness and injury. Things that could actually end someone's life.
Good point. In that case, we should gather more herbs so we can be better prepared for those things.
Right. Many illnesses and injuries are highly treatable if you know what to do. You don't mind staying out with me a little longer, do you, Chloe?
Of course not. Jean, you seem pale.
I've just been thinking.
About what?
I'm scared of losing people, Chloe. Every day on the battlefield, people get hurt. Some even die. I've seen things that I could never have imagined back in my peaceful hometown. Doesn't any of this scare you?
Of course it does. And I'm sure we're not the only ones. But there are things we have to do, even if it means facing our fears to do them. That's the thought that drives us all to fight, day after day. It's what drives me, at least.
Things we have to do even if it's scary, huh?
I'm sure you have some too. I've seen you stand out on the battlefield without running from injury or death.
I suppose so. Thank you, Chloe. It probably won't ever get less scary, but that doesn't mean I'll run. Not when I've got a steadfast friend like you.
Steadfast. I like the sound of that.
Besides, you have an iron stomach, right? People like that are hard to kill. Although, if your stomach does hurt after eating something strange, see me straight away.
I'm touched by your concern.
I mean it, okay? Seriously.
I won't go dying on you, Jean. Not so long as you're watching out for me.
Jean? Are you not getting enough greens at the cafe?
Oh, no. I'm actually picking medicinal herbs. See?
Wow, you've got a ton picked already.
This one acts as a painkiller, and this one is useful in several ointments. It used to grow all over my home island, but it's gotten harder to find lately, so I'm picking some here to send back to my father.
For the clinic on your island, right? This is a lot for one person to harvest alone. Let me help you.
No, that's okay. You must have a lot of other important things to do, Divine One.
Not so many that I can't lend a hand here. Besides, with the war and your studies, I bet you're so busy you barely have time to sleep.
I should have known the Divine One would see right through me.
That's right. Nothing gets by me.
If you really wouldn't mind, then yes, it would be a big help. Thank you.
Picking herbs again today, I see.
This one really makes a difference in treating all kinds of illnesses and injuries back home. I used to go out all the time with my father to harvest these.
I didn't get to talk much with your father on the island. What's he like?
Whenever I succeed, in studies or in helping out, he praises me like a well-behaved puppy. But when I mess up, he gets very upset, like he's scolding a misbehaving puppy.
So you're a puppy either way, huh?
Now that you mention it, he was the kind of dad where some days we got along and some days I hated him. But in his absence, I appreciate him more. Same with my mother. I didn't realize it when I saw them every day, but I have a lot of respect for my parents. I think the only reason I work so hard now is because of the way they raised me.
Jean, that's so beautiful.
Huh? Are you crying?
That story about your family was just very touching.
Thank you, Divine One. Here, take this poultice. It's good for swelling around the eyes.
Thanks, Jean. I needed that. I have something for you, Jean.
Medicinal herbs? Oh, this is quite a lot.
I found a place full of them in the forest, so I picked as many as I could.
Wow, thank you so much. This is going to make a big difference back home.
What you said about your parents really struck me. I want to help your family as much as I can.
Thanks, Divine One. Hey, what happened to your arm? It's all scratched up.
Oh, right after I found the patch of herbs, I slipped and tumbled down a hill.
Oh no! Here, sit down, and I'll treat it right now.
It doesn't really bother me.
Please, Divine One, I'd hate for your wounds to stay open and get infected.
All right. Go ahead then.
Let's see here. You know, Divine One, I think it was good that I left the island to travel with you.
Yeah?
You're a very generous person, but you don't know how to be generous to yourself. As long as I'm around, no matter how little care you have for your well-being, you'll be fine. I want to pay you back 100 times over for all the kindness you've shown me.
Wow.
There, all treated. It should heal quickly now.
Thanks. And I'm glad to have you along too. We pulled up a pretty big haul today.
Mostly thanks to you. You're not tired from working so hard?
Having you along made it fun. I feel like I could keep going for hours.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're hurt again.
Huh? Oh, no. That's from the last battle. I stepped in to protect an ally. I had it healed right afterward, but I guess it still left a mark.
You should try this. It's an ointment I made from the herbs we picked last time. If you smear it on, it should keep the redness down. You'll have to wait a bit for it to dry.
Thank you.
If you're ever hurt, or even just in trouble, I hope you know you can count on me. I want you to be able to count on me the way so many others are counting on you.
But, Jean, don't you know? I already do.
You do?
Of everyone in the army, you're somebody I know I can always rely on. In fact, I've been thinking you deserve to have this pact ring I've been carrying.
I don't know. Why, something that precious should go to someone worthier.
I can't think of anyone worthier than you. You've always been there for me, after all.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Thank you. From now on, you can consider me your personal physician.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
But if that's how it's going to be, I've got a lot of reading and practice to get to. The Divine One's personal physician had better not make any mistakes.
Take your time. Once this war is over, I should have a lot fewer injuries to patch up.
True. Thanks for believing in me. I'll work hard to become a doctor worthy of treating you.